Thank you for your patience. Now, Judge Takatoshi Ogawa of the Intellectual Property High Court will now give an overview of the case that will be the subject of the mock trial. I am now going to introduce the mock trial that is the basis for our panel discussion today. So first of all, I'm going to explain an overview of the case. So let's look at the first slide. The plaintiff is a company called Pony and is the owner of an invention called Spectacle Lens Edging System, which we will call the invention. On the other hand, the defendant is a company named Donkey, and it uses a spectacle lens processing system named the Megane-Tick system. We shall call this the system. Pony has claimed that Donkey's use of the system infringes Pony's patent rights and has sought an injunction against Donkey's use of the system. Next, I will explain the technology that is the base for this case. Please look at slide 2. This invention relates to a system that performs beveling on spectacle lenses and supplies the processed lenses to opticians' shops. So, first of all, let me explain about the bevel. The bevel refers to the convex protrusion formed on the surface or the edge surface along the circumference of the spectacle lens. Please look at slide 3. As you can see, the reason for forming a bevel on a spectacle lens is to prevent the lens from coming off the frames. This is because, as shown on the slide, there is a concave groove formed on the inner surface of the rim portion of the frame around the lens. The lenses are fixed to the rims by fitting the bevel formed on the spectacle lenses. The slide shows an example of a bevel, but bevels are formed into various shapes depending on the shape of the lens, the shape of the frame, and the shape of the groove on the inside of the rim and other factors. Therefore, lenses are fixed to frames after forming the bevel, but this means that until the frames are determined, it is impossible to determine how to form the bevel, and thus the lenses cannot be processed. Please look at slide 4. If lenses are processed at an optician's shop, the shop procures the unprocessed lenses from the manufacturer, and the optician's shop operates various processing equipment to grind the edge of the lens and form a bevel on the peripheral surface of the lens. After that, fine adjustments can be made by fitting the lens to the frame at hand. Please look at slide 5. On the other hand, it is also common for spectacle lenses to be processed at a lens processing factory rather than at optician's shop. In this case, a frame tracer installed in the shop is used to acquire rim shape data, and this is sent to the lens processing factory via a network. Lenses are processed at the factory, and lenses are then provided to the optician's shop after processing. In this case, there are no frames. Therefore, the lens processing factory cannot confirm if the lenses will be accommodated on the rim. Please look at page 6. Therefore, there was a possibility that the processed lenses delivered to the shop from the factory are too large to fit the rim, and, on the other hand, the lenses may have some defects such as fitting loosely, leaving gaps between the lens and the rim. Therefore, the purpose of this invention is to provide a lens edging system that allows lenses to be fitted to the rim of a frame with a high degree of certainty and efficiency, even when the lenses are processed at a location where the frame is not immediately at hand. Please look at slide 7. Please look at the scope of the claims. There are 2 slides showing the scope of the claims, dividing into each element of the claim. I'm going to avoid I'm going to avoid reading these out loud, so please read them for yourself. This is the first slide. This is the second slide now of the scope of the claims. After you've read them, we'll move on to slide number 9. The key points of this invention are as follows. First, in the frame measurement unit specified from element B to B2 to calculate the rim length along a groove of the rim based on the rim shape data. Next, as C to C3 specifies, in the lens edging unit to calculate the lens length along the beveled top of the beveled spectral lens based on the lens shape data, and to determine that the lens can be fitted to the rim of the spectacle frame if the difference between the lens circumferential length and the rim circumferential length received from the measurement terminal of the frame measurement is within a prescribed range. Let's go back to slide 7 and look at the claims again. I've explained about the measurement terminal, and you can see the items here about B and B1 and B2. So you can see in this slide there's information about the measurement terminal, and I want you to focus on these highlighted areas here. Let's move on to slide 8. This is the details of the lens processing unit. You can see points C to C3 on this slide. What I'd like you to look particularly at item C3. This is the explanation about the reception of data and the details of the rim circumference length and the lens circumferential length and the difference. So I'd like now to move on to the system used by Donkey in contrast to this invention. Please look at slide 10. As for this system, the same as the invention, the main points are to calculate the rim circumferential length along a groove of the rim based on the rim shape data, to calculate the lens circumferential length along the beveled top of the spectacle lens based on the lens shape data, and to determine that the beveled spectacle lens can be fitted to the rim of the spectacle frame if the difference between the lens circumferential length and the rim circumferential length received from the measurement terminal is within a prescribed range. The difference between the two is that the calculation of rim circumference is performed by a data management device at the data center operated by Turtle. Please look at slide 11. This difference results in differences in the configuration of the invention and the system shown on this slide. First, in the invention, the configuration is largely divided into a frame measurement unit and a lens edging unit. However, in the system, the configuration is divided into 3 parts: an optician's shop, a data center, and a lens processing factory. Also in the invention, the rim circumference is calculated by the measurement terminal of the frame measurement unit, and the rim circumference data is transmitted from the frame measurement unit to the lens edging unit. On the other hand, in the system, the rim circumference is calculated by the data management device of the data center, and the rim circumference data is transmitted from the data center to the lens edging unit. Slide 12, please. Despite these differences, Pony argues that the data management device in this system corresponds to the measurement terminal of the frame measurement unit of this invention with respect to the calculation of rim circumference, and that this system is within the technical scope of the invention. The main reason for this is that the data measured by the frame tracer at the optician's shop is automatically sent to the data management device via the shop PC, and that the shop PC and the data management device can be seen as collaborating to calculate the rim circumference. Please look at slide 13. In response, Donkey argues that the data management device of this system is a device belonging to the lens edging unit of this invention, and that the shop PC of the system corresponds to the measurement terminal belonging to the frame measurement unit of the system, and that this system does not belong to the technical scope of the invention. The main reason for this is that in the invention, the measurement terminals of the frame measurement units are designed for distributed processing. On the other hand, the data management device of this system is connected to the shop PCs of multiple opticians' shops and is designed for centralized processing. Slide 14, please. Next, regarding a portion of the system operated by Turtle and the opticians' shops, Pony claims that even in this case, Donkey is infringing the patent right because it can be said that Donkey is implementing the entire system. The first reason for this is that it can be said that Donkey is infringing the patent right jointly with Turtle and the optician shops, and even if Turtle and the optician shops are involved only partially, Donkey is regarded as having done the whole acts. Please move on to slide 15. Pony's argument is that even if the first reason does not hold, since the data management devices and shop PCs only respond automatically or are operated mechanically, and it can be said that the optician shops and Turtle are acting as pawns or tools of Donkey, and therefore the acts of the optician shops and Turtle can be considered the same as the actions of Donkey themselves. Slide 16, please. On the other hand, Donkey argues that an act of infringement of the patent can only be established when a single entity performs all of the elements listed in the claims. In this case, neither Turtle, the optician shops, nor Donkey possesses a device that independently performs all of the elements, and each is only involved in a part of it as a completely separate and independent entity, and then cannot be said to infringe the patent in question. Thank you. This concludes the presentation of the cases in the mock trial and panel discussion. Thank you very much for your kind attention.